Gonna talk to Bob?
Yep. Bob, you want to step up here? We've already went past yours, but we're gonna give you an opportunity to speak to the council.
Okay. I'm green here, I don't have no idea.
Just come on up here so everybody can hear you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know what the beef is, to tell you the truth. You guys complain about what you see when you come into town, how you leave town. I hear so much of this, that's kind of disturbing. The people that travel into town, out of town, are traveling too fast to see anyway. So if you're seeing my car out there, it's such an eyesore, you got to stop and really take a look. And I don't want to go too bad, but I can look out two windows. One window I look out and I can look at the viaduct. You know, what do you see when you first come into town? Viaduct. Now, how pretty is that? And so I don't want to be critical, but I'm kind of a little bit disturbed, and I'm kind of a little hot on the collar about my car sitting there. About these people's, not everybody. I do understand it to be a principle, that you can't have junk cars in town, and all over the place, spotted here and there. That's a good rule. And my thing is that cars are my limit. That's just the way it is. That's what I live for. But I know I'm at my limit. I've got that one car. I'm not going to have any more. I could have a dozen cars over there as far as myself, as far as my ignition and what I like to do. But I'm not going to do that because I live here in town. I guess it kind of angers me to a point to where I do ignition myself down to where I don't have unnecessary objects on my property. Now, like last summer, I had lawnmowers gave them to me. They were not runnable, and I was working on them last summer. When I had four of them on my property, well, that means I got to do something with something else over here so I can continue this way to make a little money. And I got rid of them. I mean, because I don't like clutter, I don't like junk. I don't like a bad looking yard. But the Pontiac is something I just can't separate from. I don't know if I can have the words for it and such, but it's not going to be a permanent structure. It's not going to be a permanent structure. That I can promise you. But when it goes, I can't say. I'm not going to set a date on that. But it's not going to be a permanent structure. And I understand that people think a car sitting there for as long as it has seems like it's a nuisance, but to me it don't. And of course that's the way I feel compared to other people's feelings. And I don't want to run other people down when other people have their yards compared to mine. I'm not going to do that. But I just feel that I'm not being destructive or being a nuisance or trying to be a problem to the city. Because I do try to pick up a little bit. And I do mechanical work on the side, on my own, make up a buck or two. And when it sits around about so long, it's gone. And I see to this. Because I do not like a sloppy place or unkept place. That's what it's up. But so I kind of feel like almost like an insult that two people called me that I'm a nuisance. When I do try, and I do think of the city people, the city will make do to keep my premise, undecorated or clean. So I'm not into the flowers. I'm not into the stuff like that. I'm into cars, and I don't think I should be criticized because that's my ignition. But I do try to keep the place more as best as I can. I've moved this car here and I moved this car there, and I don't want to be too critical, but it's where it's at right now is just because, and I don't want to go into it. And I got a cover on it, and that's the best I can do, people. That's the best I can do. I don't want that car removed. Believe me, I don't want that car removed. I gotta have it. I want it, and I need it. And I don't see where something that's paid for. I got a license, and it's something that I just really enjoy to have in my premises. Like I said, I can look out one window and I can see the viaduct. I can walk the other window and I can see my Pontiac. I'll stare at the Pontiac, my car. It's just like staring at that picture or a picture of me. This is the way I am, and I can't change myself. But I hope I can wish you guys well and hope to see it my way. But I'm not going to have a cluster of cars there, because I myself don't believe in it, unless you live farther out in the country. I could go to Jester's. I have passed up a lot of, for a few real good deals, but the reason why I didn't do it, because they had to be sitting outside in my yard. I'm not going to have that. And possibly I could have made money $0.25 to $1 if I went with the deal. But I realize what you can and what you can't do here in town. And I do really realize that I'm on my level. Yeah, I might be a little above sometimes, but if you're patient, then I'll get rid of it. And stuff like that. And as far as my son's pickup, he had a bad deal this winter, and the whole side got sideswiped. I do have a door mounted on it. I do have, it's going to go on the frame machine. And we got a couple good guys doing it, probably one of the best. And I hopefully within a week, 2 weeks, maybe I can move this out of my yard so to be in the premises to get it fixed. My oldest son, ironically, he did not get full coverage on the Pontiac on his pickup, so therefore I got to try to save more money. That's why I'm doing this. But now that's not going to be a permanent fixture. It's just going to be a fix, and then we're going to try to get it going as fast as we can do it. But I ain't trying to be a nuisance to anybody. That word insults me. The first time I heard it, it kind of burned my butt. And things like that, and then what happened in prior didn't make things happy with me. And I don't know why we can't get along. And without having, upsetting words, especially for me. Because I think you guys are pounding on me a little bit too much. This is why I feel. That's why I think I feel. And I also do feel that a guy has a right to live the way he wants to be without asking the whole town, a part of the town, if it's okay if you act like this. This is the way I am. And if you don't bother me, I don't bother you. But I will keep my yard up. But I got to have my Pontiac, and for various reasons, because I got to have it for a pattern. And if I have my way, that thing will be going down the road. But I can't promise you next week or 2 weeks. That's not going to happen that way. Now I kind of got my back up against the wall. It's kind of my own private business. I'm not going to deliberate on it. But when the things come around, hopefully I can do it then. But I can't do it on the next week, 2 week. I can't put a schedule on it. But I do want to keep my Pontiac, and I'm going to be straight with you. I have 2 of them. The other one's in my garage. I want to wrap that up. I already got it wrapped up somewhat in plastic. I'm going to put a cover on it. And I'm going to scoot out of my garage. Because I got another, this is my car, but I got another project coming in to where I can make some money. Hopefully I can put that back in Pontiac again, because of my situation.